pairs, and then they make friends with those pairs and go to those friends. Masturbation was my own access into Cypher's life. Mediums like distrust gained access into their mind, and the best part. So if the parents can train the children well, the media will do so. Something as simple as deleting Whitehouse, they couldn't back up their own relationship. Back up their relationship and how those substances have negative effect on your male libido, ejaculation, and they were all adjured to assemble. So they sat on a round table, and then the master asked, how was the quest possible? I mean, how are you guys capable to cripple a relationship which was once stable? Well, Fornication, who was sitting on the other end of the table, said, well, I convinced Clover. I told her that she indeed needs a man, a one who is not just good in bed, but on the couch, in the kitchen, and even in the car. You know, when the car is just shaking, she needs a man whom on the bed is strong like something, long lasting like Methuselah, a man who will swing right in the morning, afternoon, and even in the evening, and the next day keep up with the same routine, and she fell for it. So Clover called Cypher her boyfriend, and she's like, hello Cypher, can I come for a sleepover? Clover said. And even Cypher, the boyfriend, couldn't decipher that this sleepover was fornication undercover to maneuver them both together. But remember that fornication was just the producer of the idea, and Clover the promoter. So that night, after the finish having dinner, hands began to run from lips, then neck, and down to the shoulder, and indeed Clover had just slept over Cypher. But you see, what they didn't both realize is that the more they had sex before marriage, the more my minions like distrust gained access into their mind, and the best part. You see, sex is not just intimacy of bodies, but also intimacy of spirit. It's a convergence, an alliance, an entrance where the two shall bond and they shall become one. So using CD, what we call protection, is no insurance. But men are still stuck in that place of ignorance. What a barbaric creation you are, the master said. But how did you gain this ground so quickly, the master asked. It's me, of course. Both social media and peer pressure all said it together. It's who, the master asked. It's me, of course. They both said it together, but this time it was a little bit slower. Listen, I'm not here to play games, the master said. I'm going to ask for the very last time, he said, his fist cleanly tightened to the table, his eyes both fixed on social media and peer pressure, who assisted fornication. There was a brief silence for a moment, and then social media finally spoke out. All right. You see, it's much more like a collaboration, social media said. I devised a formula on how to cage the younger generations better. So once you go on your phone and you check these drama, short films and movies, you will see that there's always a scene that instigates this sexual urge, this diabolic and barbaric act in all manner. And you will just think that it's a coincidence. But no, it's an agenda, a propaganda. And that was the very catch for Clover, the things we showed her, the media. So right from Africa down to Northern and Southern of America, to Europe, to Asia, and even Australia, the media is just a tool. And that's why we call it to feed on their mind. So if the parents can train the children well, the media will do so, because what they see is what they will be. But that's not all peer pressure cuts in. You see, after they're done with social media, they go out there to meet their peers, and they discover that those sexual activities are common among those peers. And then they make friends with those peers and go to those friends for guidance, and those friends influence them. And that's why some venture into this sexual activity just to feel among, but deep down they know these things are wrong. Some breaking their virginity just to experience that 15-minute thing. Listen, friends around you really matter. They shape the world around you, either for worse or for better. Or don't you know that bad company corrupts good manner? And that's what happened to Clover. The more she stayed among those friends, they kept talking about it over and over. And the more she stayed, the more her sexual urge grew stronger. But why did Cypher give in so easily? The master asked out of curiosity.